Don't forget leg day, drink your water. I'm gonna do some lunges real quick, but yeah, watch this video, eat right, get in the gym. Let's go, let's get better. Strong mind, baby. We'll just do some in-place lunges. Yeah, let's go.
In a few moments, the Laken Riley Act will become the very first bill that I proudly sign into law as the 47th President of the United States. Laken was a brilliant and beautiful 22-year-old nursing student from Georgia, the best in her class. She was always the best. They would say, Laken, how do you do this? And what do you do? They were always asking her questions. She was respected by everybody, even her teachers. They respected her so much. From the time she was in first grade, Laken knew she wanted to spend her time caring for others. That's what she did. To her friends and classmates, she was a light of warmth and kindness in every single room. To her parents and family, she was everything in the world. They've had a miserable period of time. Just after 9 a.m. last February 22nd, Laken went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia, but she was just never returned. She never came back, did she, huh? Parents are here, sister, all of her relatives. While on her run, Laken was attacked, viciously assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and murdered by an illegal alien gang member who was set loose into our country by the last administration. We are deeply honored to be joined today by Laken's parents, Allison and John, and her sister, Lauren. Thank you very much. Thank you. So sad. We were together right after that happened, and it's a tremendous tribute to your daughter, what's taking place today. That's all I can say, but it's so sad we have to be doing it at all. Thank you very much for being here. To Laken's family, we will keep Laken's memory alive in our hearts forever, everyone's hearts. With today's action, her name will also live forever in the laws of our country, and this is a very important law. This is something that has brought Democrats and Republicans together. That's not easy to do. Laken did it. Laken did it. America will never, ever forget Laken Hope Riley. The vicious criminal who murdered Precious Laken was an illegal alien member of the barbaric Venezuelan prison gang known as Tren de Aragua. He trespassed across our southern border in 2022 and was apprehended by Border Patrol, but under the cruel policies of the last administration, instead of being deported, as he should have been, he was released into the United States, as were millions of other people, many of them very dangerous people. And you see what we're doing, we're getting them there.
There you go. We can, Laken Riley Act passed. It's a sad story, you know. I knew a little bit about it, but we can all agree that this is a good law that's passed. You know, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, 100% of us should agree with it, right? So if you don't, then I don't know what's wrong with you, man. But heading in the right direction. I think whether you hate Trump, like him, or whatever, this law is good, right? So here's a little more of an explanation of the act. Watch this, and I'll give you some more on it, on my thoughts.
Hell out of here. He was soon arrested again in New York City on charges of endangering a child, but because of New York City's deadly sanctuary policies, as we have in California and many other places, which we're going to end them, he was released again to reoffend. The Biden administration then provided this illegal alien criminal with a free, taxpayer-funded flight from New York to Georgia, where he was arrested yet again, constantly, this time for stealing from a Walmart along with his gang member brother, who was a bad one. Only after being released a third time by the U.S. law enforcement did this cold-blooded criminal go out in that fateful morning hunting for women on whom to prey. That's what he did. He hunted. It was like a hunter.
Is that Donald Trump is, as you heard there, just talking about the Laken Riley Act. She, of course, was the nursing student who was killed in Georgia, as the president outlined there. She went out for a run, never came back. And this is something that has really been a cause, particularly for Republicans in this country, for a very long time. They felt this was something that was overlooked by President Biden. And this is something that they eventually now have gotten the attention of. For this president has become now the first piece of legislation he will sign into law, and is of particular interest because it has to do with the illegal immigration, which, of course, has been something that has been a major focus of President Trump, not just as president, but on the campaign trail, and has been a focus of so many of the executive orders, hundreds that he signed in just the last week. So this is the focus of this legislation, is that when it comes to undocumented migrants, if they've even been charged with, not convicted, but charged with any sort of violent crime, they will immediately be deported. So this is what this act is all about. It's called the Laken Riley Act. And this is what the U.S. president is holding this event for, to sign this into law, being made into a very big deal. Of course, the family of Laken Riley there present, as well as other victims' families who have been who have had children that have been killed by violent criminals who are also undocumented.
So yeah, just imagine going through, what our family went through, and when it all could have been, avoided, right? Prevented. I don't get how the law was before this. Like, you catch the guy at the border, and he was released, commit another crime, released, and he's undocumented. You kind of just shake your head and wonder, right? Like, and what they say, and some, people in Congress did not want to sign the act or so. Like, why? It's pretty confusing, man. But I'm glad, glad this was signed, man. I know it's going to help in the future going forward. And, yeah, man. Let's get fit, stay in the gym, eat right, drink water, and get your ass in the gym, man. Good law. This is a good law. We can all agree, right? Good law. Get them out of here, man.
Happy justice was served in the Laken Riley murder case. The undocumented migrant who attacked the nursing student while she was on a morning jog was found guilty of all charges today. And before he was sentenced to life without parole, prosecutors played heartbreaking video of Laken's mother finding out her daughter was dead.
It's the heartbreaking moment Laken Riley's mom is about to find out that her daughter has been murdered. Laken's kid sister Lauren is right beside her. The officer escorts them over to the sidewalk, and Laken's mom, Allison, braces for the worst. She sobs uncontrollably. The police body cam was played during court today, where illegal migrant Jose Ibarra learned his fate. At his request, there was no jury. The verdict was rendered by the judge, who took just 20 minutes to deliberate after 4 days of testimony.
I find the defendant guilty.
Audible sobs filled the courtroom during the verdict as Laken's sister openly wept. Laken's roommate, Connolly, was also in tears. She wore the slain student's red blouse as a tribute. Sentencing was swift.
I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole.
Laken fought back during the attack, leaving her killer's DNA under her fingernails. The prosecutor told the judge that Laken had provided all the evidence needed to deliver that guilty verdict.